fucking truth, folks. Sneaking out the back door of the classroom was all what we was about. Also, back in the day, it was still all right for them to do what they did. I literally used to have my desk back in grade school turned against the wall, unlike every other student, to prove a point. That same teacher also notoriously used to grab little boys by their pants, underwear, and give them mega wedgies because she was adamant about sagging being wrong, incorrect, improper. The list goes on and on, but y'all, we all know who be smoking cigarettes behind the fence. That's right, that's right, that's right. Welcome back, folks, to another janky, but at the same time, somehow stanky like the good. Welcome back, Orphans of Texas. We appreciate you. If anybody wanted to donate money, no, it will not go to the Orphans of Texas. No, it will go straight to helping us make any content and added content. Any content and added content. All right, then. No added content until we got Addy, but we don't got Addy at the moment. We don't even hang out with White Girl either no more. We don't hang out. What I'd say, like allegedly and all that, but you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna adjust the mic. But most importantly, I don't know that Casey be joining us. Unfortunately for us, he has still a girlfriend, which is whatever. It's cool. Whatever. They live together, share the rent, whatever. Get the press together, whatever. I personally look. I'm not an agendas. I'm just simply implying here that like sometimes it's just like you know what being alone isn't being alone so much as being mentally like having all your abilities to focus on one and specific, like destiny. What is comedy? Destiny? Yeah, I think so. I'd play more Naruto for everyone, but you know how it be. But I'm just saying, that was one of my theme songs back in the days. You know what I mean? No mean, no mean, no mean. You know me, no mean. Hey, look, speak of the devil himself. It's a survivor there. Uh huh, uh huh, uh huh.
Hey, hello.
Eh, yeah.
Why am I all dark? Is
Why?
that better?
Why?
I got mask on.
Is that
You gotta keep your mask on, man. We
rhetorical?
might have. You gotta worry about COVID, okay? COVID, 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 COVID. All the
Who's worried
time.
about COVID?
Me?
You're worried?
No,
Okay.
just joking. Me,
Cancer's the
kidney
one that's
boy.
killing everyone. I've seen more people
Cancer?
dying of cancer, like Dory Monson. Rest in peace, Dory.
Like from this?
Dory Monson. I don't.
I
Not.
don't.
I'm no. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
sure.
aware of him ever. I don't think he was. He might have been a smoker in his youth,
No, but I
maybe.
smoke those. What I'm saying. I smoke is what I'm saying. I shouldn't do that, but I do sometimes.
But for those that don't know,
You know what
Dory's
I do with the
he
cigarettes? Do you
was a
still not
talk show
smoke?
host.
Oh yeah, he was a good guy. I
Do
liked him.
what?
Big
What do you
love.
do? What do you do?
Oh,
I'm in between and on the vape scene, blunts. So I'm not nicotine free by any means yet.
oh, okay, that's no problem. I won't judge you. It's fine. In fact, I feel more comfortable now. I can't really talk to someone who doesn't smoke. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? They're not even human, really, if you think about it.
it's very Bill Hicks of you.
Except for this lovely lady who works at the kidney place. She's like 20 years old. Really smart. She's gonna be a doctor. I find myself falling in love with her. I think kind of. A little
That's
too
not so
young though.
bad.
Bluetooth
20 years old.
disconnected.
She's so
20's good age.
she's pretty. She laughs at every single joke. She seems to think I'm amazing. You know?
This is a 20-year-old stand. Well, she was staying here. She's pretty nice too.
Yeah. She likes me because I'm nice. Because there's a lot of people there who are kind of cranky and mean because of their plight.
I
But I'm
guess
doing
so.
okay. There is. There's a lot who are they're suffering and it's not pleasant and they get cranky with the nurses and stuff. But I'm usually in a decent mood for the most part.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't you
Yeah,
be?
what I do is I go out to a comedy show and I don't smoke for like 2-3 weeks, and then just because I'm going out and want to hang out, I'm so used to the habit of smoking while I'm at a disgusting comedy show. So I'll buy a
Mike,
smoke and I'll get, huh?
I was just
What?
answering what you were saying as you were cutting in and out, so I just answered it.
Oh, really? I'm cutting out. Damn, bummer. That sucks. Anyways, yeah,
Like
I buy
you said, like,
I buy a
but
pack.
it got cut out.
Oh, maybe my reception is not so good. I don't know what's going on.
Might be my
I hear
reception, honestly.
it might be. Let's blame you. That's more fun, right?
I think so.
Blame,
I'd rather
blame JD. Blame JD. Blame his
no
ass.
blame the manager, Carl. He's the cheap ass who doesn't have any money.
Blame that manager, Carl. Whoever the fuck
Yeah,
that is.
murder his ass.
Whatever.
There's topics we can talk about, but I don't know how much time you got. Do you wanna
Not
talk about?
not very much. I gotta drive home, but I can still smoke my cigarette and just. There's no reason to rush home. I just needed to get to the pharmacy to get my drugs. Now I have them, and I bought
This
some muffins. I bought some muffins. You like muffins?
That's a great segue. Currently, if you go to your local 7-Eleven for $2.79, you can get yourself any size coffee and a nice muffin. That's our first official and unofficial sponsorship advert today.
You know what you
Lovely
should do?
coffee and a muffin, $2.79 at your local 7-Eleven.
Yeah. All right. You know what you should do? You should go walk around and just find any dumbass little place that'll sponsor you. Just ask everyone. Don't even hesitate. Just ask 1,000 places, and one little auto shop will be like, "Hell yeah, I'll sponsor your ass." They'd be
What
like,
I just do is, you know,
but it's a dumb idea. Ideas are stupid. If you think about it, ideas are
get
just
better
like
internet.
yeah, you need to get better internet. Or
Uh,
I do. I do.
there's
Sorry.
my.
Oh, maybe I'm not on the.
Uh,
Maybe I'm not on the Wi-Fi. That's what's going on.
Maybe that actually might be why. Chris Miller asks, "Where's your mask, white boy?"
None of your business. Jack off.
I'm not certain, but are you a boy? You a real boy, Casey?
I'm a kidney boy.
W-
It's my alter ego.
We at the studio like to custom make, so we get a side of coleslaw
Ooh,
to
what's
add to our
that? That looks
KFC chicken
good. What is that? That looks good. That's KFC?
KFC chicken sandwich. Yeah, but we like to
Oh,
add
look at those.
coleslaw.
Okay, there we go. That sounds good. I like that. I love
You
KFC. It's so good to
gotta,
me.
you gotta, you
But
gotta.
you gotta put it on
You
there.
gotta add your own hot sauce too. KC hot sauce is so gross. Hey, did you know what's confusing in Koreatown?
No,
Did you know? It's
no.
because all KFC is all Korean fried chicken is all KFC. So when you go around,
Oh,
every KFC is KFC.
they're stealing. They're stealing the name, man. They're stealing the name.
That's right.
What if it's a Korean guy who owns a franchise of KFC? Then it's really confusing.
I think
You
he's
know what I mean?
talking to you. Chris Miller says can't go get them good pharma without your Obama latex pullover, not a COVID mask.
Oh, okay. This guy's clever. You know this guy?
Is it condoms
Do you
he's
know?
talking about, huh?
Do you know this person? Do you know this person? Is it a friend of yours? Do you know this person?
Yeah. Some might say it's the one to blame for my existence altogether.
Oh, your dad?
Yeah.
Josephine Miller Jr.?
It's Father's Day? What the fuck?
Huh?
No, it isn't. That's in June. I'm not that daft. At least I think it's in June. That would be ironic.
I think I put you back on
When is
active on
Father's
Facebook,
Day?
but I haven't seen you on there yet.
I honestly never get on there much often or not. I get on there once or twice, maybe a month. Not too
Oh, I'm on
often.
there. I'm on there most of the day.
It's because you don't use the other ones like Instagram.
I don't use Instagram at all. In fact, my friends send me stuff from Instagram all the time, and I kind of wish they wouldn't because I don't want to look at Instagram. I don't know why. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
I'm always looking at my. I just feel like.
Flip.
Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. There's a lot of good stuff on there. I can't deny that. It's more entertaining. It's got
Just
entertainment. Like TikTok's entertaining too, I guess. I don't know.
Just call me Luke because he said he's my father.
Hey, man, nice job. Nice job with the sperm, man. Drop it in lady Mrs. Kavanaugh, and not to be dirty, but then you made this fella right
That was
here.
his. That was his boss. He
Oh,
slipped one in after the midnight shift.
he impregnated her. Nice.
Yeah.
You ever
While she
you
was
ever impregnated
we
anybody yet?
what it me? No.
If you ever got on Saturday Night Live, you
What's
could just
confu-
impregnate all kinds of people. Just impregnate 7, 8
Probably.
women.
This
'Cause that's what people.
What's
That's what people
confusing
on
in
Saturday Night Live
Koreatown?
use.
Father's Day. What's the verdict on this humor, Casey? In the
Why is
comments, you
it?
got
Why are Chinese people? Why are Korean people making
confused
confusing
on
when they make
Father's
babies?
Day.
Why?
All
Because they
right,
all
we're
look
waiting
the
for the
same.
punchline.
I don't get it.
He said there's more where that
What?
came from. Oh God, I hope he's not saying we have a fourth. If there's a third sibling, I'm gonna be grateful. There's no
Oh, you
will
got a
money.
fourth
That's for
sibling?
sure.
That's like Taco Bell, the fourth meal. You know, the
I
fourth
think my little
sibling.
sister will be pretty pissed the fuck off if he has another kid on the way. I'm guessing he's talking
Whatever.
about
Man.
the comedy.
She should just get
Casey, you have no children.
I don't have any children. I'm a loser. Sorry, I never did it.
You have a
I'm
mother.
a strange. I have a mother. That's true, but
You have
she's around.
a couple of cat orphans.
I got cats. That's true.
Do you
They're
think
kind of
that
mad.
all
They're kind of
cats would
mad
be
at me
orphans
lately.
unless do you
No,
think all pets are orphans unless they're raised by
some cats
with
have
their
parents.
actual parents?
Is this a trick question?
I don't think so. I was just more inquiring as to whether we can humanize pets or not. I don't.
One
But
time a
some people.
One time a lady prostitute. You know, you've heard of prostitutes. You see them around your neighborhood,
Yeah,
probably.
I'm pro prostitution. All about unionizing sex workers' rights. Yes.
Gross. Ugh, gross.
Can't get some, get a
Sounds
job, and then some.
very progressive, but they should get at least some, ability to take care of themselves and keep themselves fresh. You know what I mean? Fresh for the public to use. But I met a prostitute once, and she was like, "Hey, do you wanna
and they are peach
do
flavor.
you want a blowjob or whatever?"
Supposed to look like little butts or
Trying to
badges.
tell a joke. Goddamn, man. Fuck.
I ripped a hole so that I could finger it like it was. And then I was highly disappointed,
I wish I could see you better.
bad sex with a prostitute. That's nothing like a peach.
That'll demoralize you a little bit. Bad sex with a prostitute.
You know, man. You know, it looked like a lady. I'm not against it having a penis. It was just like I wasn't expecting it, you know?
Well, penises are often a surprise. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't really appreciate that they ask for the money in advance like that. It's like, come on.
Yeah, they do. And you're like, fuck you dumb whore.
Anyways, big money, big money, big money. The Tiger Taco shirt collection has just released. Look forward to the fashion in Libby's on the racks and coming to a Gucci show near you, a la Super Grindhouse style. If you don't know, my father makes T-shirts. If you didn't know.
Oh, he does. Tight.
Well, so he actually has a product called the Tiger Taco. What it does is it holds box flaps down, so you don't have to keep opening and closing and holding the box while you load it and unload it. However, he also has a unique sense of style and fashion and comedy. So he also has several T-shirts, which I have predicted in the past are going to become more profitable than his product. So he's going to become a T-shirt salesman over a taco. Because right now he's a humble taco salesman.
Are they fancy shirts they have words on them, or are they like or they just have pictures on them, or they just say some little phrase or something
Yeah.
like that, little catchphrase.
Yeah. Say stuff like "Show me your taco."
There you go. That's the kind of shirt people want.
I think
You
so.
know?
It's funny.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't got nothing against it. You know.
The one you can see me wearing a lot on stage is it says tacos, but each symbol is actually a different religious symbol, basically. So like the T is
Oh.
the Christian Catholic Gaelic, cross. The A is the not anarch, sorry, atheist A, and then the C
What?
is the fucking half moon from the Arabs or whatever they are, Sikhs or something. And then the I don't know, I
Very
forget.
intelligent.
I don't know. It's in my closet. Yeah, it's super cool. I get compliments on it all the time.
Okay.
And
Nice.
then
No shit.
what else has he got? He's got like two other ones, I think. I think one of
Okay.
them's like a lady demographic, but
All
he's
right.
wanting to
Sounds
get
tight.
Emily involved, that Emily would wear them and then take photos to advertise.
Okay. Okay. Well, she should do that.
Yeah. So
Should be
you,
able to
you wanna
boss her around and make her do it.
you wanna talk about what's his name, Andy Tate and his tater tots?
Yeah, I don't know much about him though. I just heard
Yeah.
he's interesting because I'm trying to
What's your
figure out
take on
why.
Andy Tate?
Oh, he seems like he's cool. I don't really know the guy, so I don't have a take. But people are upset with him because they think he's a misogynist. He's
Yeah.
a misogynist. But
Yeah.
apparently, I don't know. Some people say he did a little pimping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Pimping
he
ain't easy. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know how it is,
I
right?
prefer to be evil. I prefer to be evil, so that way I don't have to dislike someone for being a criminal. I go, oh well, cool, good hustle there, good job. I don't know. I never seen
He
him
goes
talk though.
hashtag.
I would like to go on the thing and watch him talk, so I know why everyone's talking about it so much. It's kind of interesting.
Goes hashtag when
Seems like
pizza
an
isn't
interesting.
pizza. You know what I'm saying?
One time I was talking to a guy, and yeah, kind of. I don't know. What are you talking about?
So the allegations go, allegedly, if you will. Pizza is a referential.
Right.
So pizza goes like this and such, and then here's how it goes. Pizza, it's if it's pepperoni, it's little boys. If it's cheese, it's little girls. If I remember correct, I don't though usually, but I do know one represents little girls and one represents
Oh.
little boys. So then, my favorite
Oh.
was at the Oscars one year, and the celebrity came through the aisles with boxes of pizza, saying, "Who wants the pizza? We got pepperoni, we got cheese," and you could see all the different celebrities that had been starving all week to fit into their outfit, obviously just wanting some pizza. Now forever locked into some category of pedophilia. Hey, did you also
Oh,
know
damn.
there's actually 3 different
A fucked up way to end up a
classifications?
pedophile.
I know, eating cheese
Oh,
pizza live on the Oscars.
you're like, oops. I guess I like boys now, little boys.
Yeah, well, you
You know?
pepperoni guy. Yeah, if you pepperoni guy. I probably would have stuck with the cheese
I
because I
don't.
had to keep it
I don't
clean.
like it. Personally, I don't like delicious little young boys. You know, I find them. I find them kind of gross, but they're delicious. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's what it is, isn't it?
Pedophilia is bad. You can't promote
I
pedophilia on this show. This is a serious show.
oh, I certainly don't expect to be monetized anytime soon. With their
No, come
new
on.
rules coming out there, you can't even say fuck. Oh, I did. Uh-oh, there goes no money. Yeah, like
Well, you gotta.
you can't say things like my ex is a whore.
Well, you could have a. You know, you just
She
have it
made
so no one.
glorious decisions.
You
Like
gotta find
like
some way to get it
like getting paid
where they're not.
to be naked.
Where they're lit. Huh?
Like getting paid to be naked.
Why are you saying naked so weird?
Because I'm saying
Why you saying?
whore so weird.
Oh.
I'm
Okay, I
fucking
get it
around.
now.
I'm
I get
saying
it.
fucking weird shit.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Taco
It's cool.
inspector. we're getting the T-shirt labels: Taco Inspector, Taco Hunter. It's got a whole
Okay.
line of innuendic taco promotion T-shirts for all the ages, of course.
Okay. Well, but enough respect. Enough respect to the elders. You know.
Yeah, he's not that old.
Yeah. You know. We'll have to all hang out sometime, man. Come down. I'll come down to LA again. I gotta get back on the.
You
Gotta
don't
go
live in
back to the
LA.
comedy store. No, but I
He's
can
in.
come down to LA.
You can
Oh, you
visit him
don't
when
live
you're
there.
in Phoenix.
Oh no. Oh, cool.
Talking
I
about
am gonna.
talking
I'm
about
thinking about
going up.
going to Phoenix.
I
I don't know
know.
if I'll be able to go now because there's some complications. Apparently, it's like a lot of
Visa.
money, I guess. So. Huh?
I was joking. I said visa because you're Canadian. I was
Visa?
joking
Credit
because
card?
you're a Canadian.
Yeah, I was born there, but I'm American too. You know. You know.
Yeah.
I'm everything. I'm everything. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, do it now. I got myself a shirt last night. I got a free Max Nelson sweatshirt.
Who's Max
You haven't
Nelson?
met Max Nelson, Seattle comic, who's like
I don't know, but you know Hans Kim is doing headlining now on the
I've
road.
seen that. I follow him religiously. You know?
He's doing it at the Tempe
Yeah.
Improv, for example, something I would be like killing to do.
Yeah, and
Maybe
he's doing
not
shows
literally,
in
but
Seattle too.
possibly. Yeah,
He's
but
got
what
a
the
show
fuck
in
is headlining in Seattle unless he's playing at like Paramount Theater
no, he's
or
still doing.
Neptune
There's still
Theater
shows. People do
or
big time shows.
Showbox
What?
Theater? I'm just
No, he's
listing
doing.
off the real, actual, legitimate venues. Maybe Crocodile. I've never heard of comedy there, but
Yeah, they have a little next to Crocodile. They got a new place they made just for actual comedy.
there you go.
It's called the Here. It's called the Hereafter. Apparently, it's
Is
really
it
nice. I
is
haven't been in there.
well once they've been christened
Apparently,
with at least one like truly professional comedian, then we'll
oh,
sync
they
with them.
have quite a few actually all the time coming up. They actually have them a lot. Just not
Name
like the.
drop, name drop, name drop. Who?
I can't remember. Does that help?
All right. No, that's fair.
Cool.
When you do remember,
Yeah.
name drop, because I'm talking about if it's not
Like
on the
someone like
class
Bo
level.
Johnson.
No, Bo Johnson is bottom,
Johnson.
but Bo Johnson is not even Hans Kim. Hans Kim is better than Bo
Or
Johnson.
a bunch of tranny girls or whatever.
Are they
Yeah.
specific ones? And are they drag or tranny? That's also a specification. Because, like, for example,
No, they're just
Sugar and Spice.
general.
Sugar and
They're just
Spice are
general. They don't even
hella
have. They don't
fucking
even have
funny.
names. Sugar and Spice.
All right, so
Yeah.
it's just a bunch of random people that transferring janitors.
They have a bunch of people, then they're like from LA comic, and then they're like Johnny Jenkins or something like that. I don't even know who they are.
All right, yeah, no,
But
that doesn't count. That doesn't count. None of that counts. We're talking
anyways,
about like at the minimums, like a real person, Stug
all
Danhope,
right.
for example. You know what'd be real hot? Storm McDonaldson. Dorm McDonaldson?
Or McDonald.
Yeah, Darn McDonaldson.
He's dead.
Live from the grave.
Dead.
At the new venue.
That would be live.
That'd be
man.
sick as fuck, dude. Yeah, live from the grave, dude. That'd be sick as fuck.
That'd be mad tight, son.
So tight. It'd be Lydia AF, yo. Be like so base. It's not. It's cringe caliber comedy there. Yeah, so based. It's cringe comedy, baby. Let's get.
Normie, Norm.
Look at us. We're so hep for 2023. We're all up on that 2020 lingo.
Norm. Yeah,
yo, Lord is funny as fuck. She's like 20 something now, I think. Maybe older. Lord.
Oh, what's she doing? She in trouble?
I don't know. No, not really. Just getting a news for something. Probably nothing special, honestly. Nothing makes her funny. Just cool enough that South Park made reference to her.
Oh, you said she's funny as fuck. You just said it a second ago. I was wondering why.
What? No, I don't know.
All right,
speaking of funny,
relax, man.
Speaking of funny,
yeah, I know. Thank you.
we covered tater totters. We covered that. Oh, you got your drive-through now. That's good.
My what?
I figured you're picking up drive-through just now because you said thank you and you had your hand at the window.
I'm going home. I'm getting out of the car. I'm parking.
But when you have your cigarette, let me know. Then I'll join you. Oh,
Oh, you want me to have a cigarette? You want me to have a cigarette right now?
I mean, I'm just saying, if I could be an influence on you, I would be honored to be that one.
Hey, feel free. I'm about to light one up. That means I'm gonna go inside as soon as this cigarette's done.
Oh, that's swell. So are you familiar with lists?
What?
Are you familiar with lists? Lists.
Oh, is
Hey,
that what you?
we got number 2, Casey.
Okay.
All my peeps coming through. We got a New York home dude, Edwin here now.
What up,
Edison.
bro? What
Edison, I
up,
call him.
Edwin?
He's the number 1 student of the FPS Society. Whoa, I mean FPS,
Nice,
which
man.
the S is Society. So
Invented the light bulb, which was also
he gave me the grand tour of improv in New York City when I visited.
Sorry, I'm smoking, guys. I apologize.
Just got the notification. Righteous. I'll get up on the dates and such. Oh,
Where's
sparking
the
up.
children? Where's the children tonight?
Oh,
Yeah,
just
there
chilling.
they are.
They're excited because they're up past their bedtime.
That's my baby right there. That's my babies.
Which one? Can you pick it out of all of them?
Yay, I can.
Which one?
Yay.
Oh yeah, third from the
Yay.
back. Yeah, that's a cutie. Good for you for tasting the Asian persuasion.
The little one with the bowl cut. You know?
Yeah, the one that says walk you, we got, and walk you, we got, and then it also says what's that one say too? It says Mr. Johnson. Oh no, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah,
You
that's
get it?
right.
You get it? You get it?
Misa Judson.
Yeah, you get it.
Misa.
Like I'm making. Have you seen Indiana Jones #2? You get it? You
Oh,
get
a
it?
bunch of times.
Instead of Mr. Jones, I would say Mr. Johnson.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
I remember.
Yeah.
I think I
So
saw a
yours is a
movie
little half
recently.
Asian.
I like movies.
Ow!
Yeah. I've seen
I'm
one.
trying to find my squeegee. Gotta wipe down the third eye now and again. So there's so if you're familiar with lists, you remember how we both know about Kenneth Leon's aka Kenny Lion on stage.
Yeah, I kind of know him. I haven't
So
really
he
seen it a lot,
usually
but I like it.
he had a
How's he
list
doing
and
anyway?
well,
Oh,
who
a
knows?
list?
He's dead, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had that list.
You guys
Remember?
you guys aren't
Infamous
friends
list.
anymore? You guys aren't
Yeah,
friends
he's dead.
anymore either?
He's dead. He got run over on the railroad tracks because he was so dumb, didn't tie his shoes, and like, I wish I could say it was as funny as a cartoon, but he's just not funny enough to make it that way.
Damn. That's
Yeah,
cold
it's
blood.
harsh, It's a good thing that he's made a metal, super steel. That guy.
Sometimes when somebody crosses you, man, sometimes you just got to deal with them. It's like you just like no more. I'm lucky I'm still around. You could have easily banished me, man, because all those times I done
Ain't
fucked
no
up.
thing, Casey. Ain't no thing, Casey. You and me's like brothers at this point. I tell you what, I just don't drink as much around you. I would say it would be smart. I got other friends like that now. You learn as you go. There's ones that you can drink like 1 or 2 pops, but you can't get loaded around because then the two of you end up in a unnecessary conflict that has nothing to do with reality.
Oh
You just
yeah.
both are
Yeah,
the type of people that get to a point where you want to fuck it, and fuck around, and then at the same time you're too loaded to realize like both of you are doing it at the same time.
Oh yeah, but I don't even drink now, so it's all good. But I've been happier lately. I got some. I don't know what I did. I got something going on where I got a balance of a routine going, so I'm a lot happier lately, so it's all good.
Yeah,
I'm planning to go to. Actually, I'm planning to go do some comedy tonight, but it's getting kind of late already. 6:33.
Oh yeah,
But anyway.
You and me it's pretty, right? What do you call it?
Yeah, brother.
What do you call it? What do you call it?
No.
Oh, this is fun, Casey. This is fun. So I'm gonna do a share screen in a second, but I gotta preface it. So Ken was the first one to do this, where he made that list. That was back in 2019 or 18, I want to say. So then when I was doing my Zoom shows, that's when I was showing Casey the list. It's pretty funny stuff. Casey really enjoyed it because Kenny has a very colorful way to say use a whore bitch and use just sucking your way to the top, among other reasons.
Yeah, Yeah, I like
Kenny
the
has a very
secret.
colorful way of putting things like, "Use a bitch, boy,"
Sure.
and, "I can tell you're sucking your way to the top." You know, because he doesn't care if you's homo about it or if you straight, he just saying, "You sucking your way to the top," you know, literally and figuratively. But, then
I remember
Ian
reading it.
Russo is a comic that Casey would have never heard of for that very specific reason, but people in LA would have. Well, he came out with his own list back around 2021, I think it was his first list. Basically,
You're
his
very
is an
fast.
alternate ripping on Kenny, but at the same time, more professional list, let's say. Uh, oh, Casey dipped out. He'll be back, folks. Don't you worry. I'm going to continue with the explanation even without Casey. So then, after Ian Russo did list number 2, which just released. And, the cheese pizza, that's right. All about the cheese. Cheese pepperoni, is no good. Gives me heartburn. But cheese pizza is, well, it gives me the farts. Thanks to my 30s, apparently. Every male in their 30s gets, well, I guess the biology's just, they're gonna fart more. So Ian Russo just dropped his new list. We're gonna talk about the new list. I don't know if Casey will pop back in though. That's the downside. I have to do the screen share and see if he comes back. But as we can see right here, I gotta do the little mini window because I am. It's not that I'm broke. It's more I just don't have another. Uh, Casey always does this. He texts me in the middle. Oh, you gotta bounce, Casey. Just stay for the list. I text Casey. Stay for the list first. Hey, he called me a chatterbox, but you know. All right, let's see if he'll come back for the list. So anyway, Ian Russo just released this list. As you can see, it's Ian Ira Russo. Nobody would have heard of him outside of LA, that's for sure. But he's doing what he can. He's actually highly improved from the first time I saw him back in 2018, out front of the Hollywood Improv. So if you notice right here, we've got the top 100 LA comics to watch. That's what Ian did. So instead of shit posting like Kenneth, Ian's actually taken it to a more or less professional, but at the same time, just so people are familiar, uh, Ian took this concept, the open mic list, from what used to be the Comedy Bureau and made it his own. And there's a lot of discussions about what Ian does, but the reality is he's not a bad comic and he's not a bad person. He's just also probably what would be historically and traditionally considered a comics comic. And I personally don't take this list seriously. I don't even know I might even be on it, but it's doubtful. I like to rip jokes at him that I'm not or I should be. But definitely there are some comics that take this so seriously. And last year, an example would be Miranda Meadows. I've mentioned her in the past, but the thing about Miranda Meadows is she's definitely not funny. She just yells a lot, which is such a hack trick that it works. But the top 100 list she made in the numbers, and everyone was impressed. So that's like a big deal. Oh, look at Ian, unsanctioned, I'm sure, popping off with it. We start off bright with the Comedy Store listing. And here we go. Hey guys, me again, Ian Russo. I'm just your average comedian, host of the Ian Russo Show. What Ian I Russo shows does not exist, mind you. Wandering Kazoo salesman. See, he's already taken it to a much more light and humorous approach. Also, I forgot to mention, but Kenneth did list last year. Supposed to be 100. He says maybe even more than 100. Stopped at like 32 because he doesn't finish, which is sad, but also probably why he doesn't have a long term, let alone more than one date girlfriend type situation going on. So a few tickets shy of selling out. Whatever he's talking about, I don't care. It's Ian Ira Russo, people. So let's begin this list. All right. 100 to 81, it says. Start with Nick Travella. Never heard of the guy. Big shit for this guy. Follow him on Instagram, TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Hey, so it doesn't even say anything about this guy. So there you go. That already is a great way to start your list. What else we got here? Let's see. Reed Breckenbury, also never heard of the guy. Reed still roommates with Josh Edelman, never heard of him. Which I'd imagine can be a bit much at times. However, I can see him moving out by the end of 2023 once the dump truck's full of, oh, Ian, do not care, but good for you for fawning over a nobody. That's exactly what I would expect. Uh, Here's his little tip from Ian. If you care, just keep tightening that Fountain of Wayne bit. Oh my God, come on now. I haven't heard of Fountains of Wayne since the last time I heard Dustin Hadlock. That's a plug for anyone unfamiliar. Dustin Hadlock is the unofficial force to be. Doesn't really matter to me, but he's the head writer of the team, with or without consent. He's going to actually be in Los Angeles coming up in 2 weeks. We are going to be doing our best to set up a show for him, or at least help him sell out a show, and also hopefully get at least in on some type of recording system for his podcast as well. All right, coming in at number 98, Justin Sherman. Again, never heard of him. Really funny comedian. I'm just blowing smoke up his ass. Exactly, that's where it's at right there. At least he's admitting it. Okay, this guy's face looks a little familiar. Sid Williams, still never heard of him. Getting better and better every time I see him. He's been getting these cold opens in my home club at the world famous Holly. There you go, fun over it. And as I said before, Ian Russo, Hollywood Improv. All right. Here's a picture from the Comedy Store for Panda. Also, never heard of him. Funny dude, strong, unique voice, catching industry's attention any day now. All right, this is such a thrown together piece. My best guess is Ian just had to have 100 for no reason other than, but these people, okay, keep going. Christopher Wakekiss. Love seeing Chris get up Thursday mics at Fanatic Salon. So there's another plug for Fanatic Salon. All right. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Gary Cannon at this Nothing But Comedians. All right. There you go. Nice little quip, I suppose. Recognizing Third Wheel Club. That's nice. Who's this? Let's see. Billy Myers the third, 9D3. Fuck Wizard thinks he could just waltz right into the Kazooie game. So I do recognize Bill Myers. It's just a terrible photo that hardly shows him off. This is his head. He's not headless. He has a mop on top, which is nice. Let's check in for the comic section. The cheese pizza. Okay, no new comments. Casey's not coming back. He's too busy with his lady. Typical comedy killer. Don't get girlfriends, don't get wives, unless they're in the industry, and that will make for a lot quicker. What do we know about Billy Myers? Fantastic at improv, on the spot, good at crowd work. Very similar to us if we were way older and had a previous life in the music scene as a musician by comparison to promotions. Also, Myers the third is a guy that's slowly warming up to us piece by piece, and we do value that much at the very least. All right, who we got next? Lucas Matias. Never heard of the guy. Killing it at the bar mics at if you're doing flappers, you're not important. All right, nothing against you who does flappers. Enjoy yourself, but let's all be honest here. Flappers is notoriously blah. Theme joint, that's cool, but not really. All right. Devin Perry. She's super cute, that's for sure. Got it like that. Slightly mousy, slightly maybe Jewish, probably not. Classic beanie and hair. Hell, she looks just like me if you really think about it, minus the tits. All right. Devin Perry is a hilarious comic and has incredible years to look forward to. I see plenty of doors opening for her by 2024. All right. Good for you, Ian. You're not getting laid by her. She's not going to be your new girlfriend. Stop riding her dick. All right. Wow. Okay. Which of these three, or is it all three? This is definitely bro comedy. The Verzi triplets. Jesus. Christoph Mighty All God, not damn fucking. Look, the Sklar brothers are too much already. Now we get triplets. Fuck that noise. There's only two twins in comedy. That's Corey and Chad, the Smash Bros. Look them up. Enjoy them. The Smash Bros. If they're not on this list, Ian is defunct, and we're going to have to make our own to prove our point. All right. Keep it going. Oh, I recognize this backdrop. This is from the Tempe Improv. We used to be employed somewhat by them. Not really. Well, kind of. Yeah, unofficially, officially. We mostly worked at the Phoenix branch. All right. Ryan Clark is an undeniably funny comedian who's been getting those coveted cold opens in my home club, the world famous Hollywood Improv. Maybe that's the Hollywood Improv. No, 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 no. That's definitely not. Well, actually, no. This is the Hollywood Improv, not the Tempe Improv, because that right there It's definitely not the Tempe one. All right, either way, it doesn't matter. Don't give a fuck. What we got? What we got? If you could follow the new Instagram, look at him plugging himself within his own plugs. That's why Ian's the dude to know, I guess. Joshua Snyder, 88. Never heard of the guy. Announced sorry again. I did the Flappy Hour auditions, the blah, 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 de blah, de blah, blah. Oh, fucking holy wall of text, Christon, mega, blah, blah. What the fucking. Yeah, fuck that is right, bruh. Club's world famous, yada, yada. Okay, you know, a far better comic in person than I was for. Okay, that's facts. I met him literally 4 years ago. That's fantastic. Maybe a little more than. Well, I know I sucked enough to be self-awareness, causing people blah. Ugh. Oh man, I'm bored. Gina B. Funny. Okay. Rip off Will much? Because it's William B. Funny Martinez. Thank you very much. The one, the only. If Will Martinez is not on this list, once again, Ian is defunct because Gina B. Funny, no. Will B. Funny Martinez. Thank you so much. Doesn't even have a word to say. He's just popping women on here because he's so fucking thirsty. Oh, here's a recognizable face. However, he's definitely nobody's going to go very far. Earl Skakel. Guy's been around forever. Notorious heckler of the Comedy Store. Fantastic voice from the back when you hear a lot of things during any Don Barris show. Speaking of which, Earl Skakel's on here and Don Barris isn't. Another example why Ian Russo is definitely posing just a little bit. I've only been in LA so long, consistently, but let me say, folks, Earl Skakel is wonderful. He's neat. He's fun. He's jabs. But the truth be told, he's a better heckler than he is a performer on stage, and he knows that as well as anyone. He would not be offended. If anything, he would probably get me a slot on a roast battle for saying that. And feel free, Earl Skakel, if you do enjoy my commentary, I also enjoy your commentary. I enjoy sitting next to you and making slight eye contact, but mostly just observing the fact that you're observing that I exist, which is how I like it to be in the comic section. Don't talk to me in the comic section. I'm trying to actually enjoy comedy, not be noticed. All right. And that's why I like Earl, because he definitely doesn't notice us. No, he does, but it's a mutual notice. We should get a Sonic Gary up, Mike, blah, 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 blah. All right. Good. Okay. First thing we've seen right here, Ian promoting Ian, but at the same time with Skakel. This is what we want to see from Ian Russo right here. Showing himself, because at this point, this is a parody and a joke to us, and it is all about Ian, which we love. We actually do not like, we're not being sarcastic, we're not making this up, we really do actually like Ian Russo, that's why we're doing this, and we're not gonna fucking give Kenny any attention, because you know what? He's, a sympathetic narcissist, a drain on your life, your existence, and everything else, and pretty sure he's still recovering from being hit by that train. Like I said, he's steel, so don't worry. Right. Emily Browning, why does every female basically have one sentence or no sentence? Yo, Rita, give this broad a cold open if you haven't already. Okay, there you go, buddy. There you go. You're not getting laid still. All right, let's go on. Argus Hamilton. Now, he looks familiar. I'm pretty sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong that this guy's affiliated with, once again, the Don Barris, but I could be wrong. No info. Okay, Sammy Sucker. God, there's a lot of nobodies here. Never heard of her. She gets up a chatterbox sometimes, which is pretty cool. All right, sounds basic. Okay, Franklin Yee. I like what most of the time. All right, there you go. 82. Roping it in. Let's see. Cat Alvaretto. Wow, he's got some words here. That's good. Let's check in on the comments section. All right. Still no comments. We're good by that. As long as we got viewers. Okay, let's get back to it. All right. Kat recorded her debut comedy album early last year. Got passed at the Comedy and Magic Club, and she booked a commercial. How cool is that? Considering I've done commercials, not that cool. If I've done it, it's not that cool. That's just the reality till I get to SNL. Then it's very fucking cool. That being said, who the shit could possibly rank highest in LA comedy? Absolute blah blah. Ugh, so boring. So boring. Nothing against you, Ian. It's just boring. Mikey McKernan. I've heard that name. I might have actually seen this guy perform, I think, but I'm gonna put him at the bottom shelf once again. King of Boo. He's himself. Mikey McKernan was like, I don't care about your stupid lists. Well, it sounds familiar. Okay. I would almost like the guy if it wasn't for the fact that it's whatever. It's only that kind of fearlessness that gives you the number 80 spot. Sure, sure. Or get you heckled because he heckled me. Ian says back, like, because I did that literal joke about his list and just, I always told him, like, I thought it was hilarious that Miranda was like, why these people were fawning over Miranda was just so dumbly hilarious to me. But, anyways, coming in at another 80. Feel free to look the guy up. I don't care. Just go to Ian's website. Basically, it's all over that. All right, here we go. Who the fucks is this and what mic? Let's see. It looks like that Sunday. I think this is from that Sunday thing. I don't know. A bunch of fire emojis. Okay, so it seems like the younger we get on the list, the more thirsty Ian gets. Actually that's becoming my favorite part about this, to see how, like, at the end of it, I hope in the top 5, the female only has the eggplant emoji, raindrops emoji, uh, devil emoji with the wink emoji or smirk emoji, and then the screwed up face emoji, another devil emoji, uh, eggplant emoji, more water drop emoji. The point is showing that he hit peak thirst level when he put a female in top 5, but had nothing actually to add. I hope that's how this ends. I don't think I could go through the whole 100 though, folks, without Casey and other people because I am getting exhausted. I don't know who any of these people are, and it's killing me. David Moore, he brought a kazooie. So apparently it's as easy as having, okay, maybe this year I'll just make sure and always have a kazoo on me, but I'm more of a harmonica guy, those I cannot lie. Dan Aykroyd is way better than me at it though. That's why I'm Belushi. He's Dan. All right. Oh, wow, good midriff, kind of. It's definitely sucking in as she performs, poor girl. Just show you're fat and don't wear a midriff. That's how it works. Jenna Sparrow. Never heard of her. Last April, oh, familiar birthday time. I started running a bit about how LA is filled with fully grown ass adult women who identify as witches. There's an act out there where I pretend to be a wicked witch of the West, screaming blah 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 blah. She explained to me that I don't know about dark arts, make the bitches better. Oh Christ, this is like Ian desperate as fuck. God, this guy looks like the guy from the beginning of the list. What is going on, Ian? I don't get you sometimes. Dave Neal, still never heard of him. I watched this guy have a pretty good set. So all it takes really with Ian is like just have a, yeah, God, so easy, Ian. It's so easy, it seems like. Anyway, let's continue down the list. All right, another third wheel shot, it looks like. Aaron Michael Marsh, the Jenga mic guy. Okay, so I've heard of the Jenga mic. I think it's a thing at third wheel for sure. I'm pretty sure it's a thing where they put the subject on the Jenga, you pull the thing out, you have to put it on the thing, and then there's a thing that happens. It's whatever. It's a gimmick. It's fun. It gets comics outside of their comfort zones. Mark Boyd, never heard of him. Cool ass dude, apparently. But if Ian thinks you're cool, I'm not so sure, bud. I might ask him to be taken off for that reason alone. Fraser Smith at 73, known for his charismatic style of delivery, smooth ass finger snaps, and the firmest of handshakes. Huh. Fraser Smith could as well be LA's best kept secret. Well, he definitely might be the best dead secret from looking of it. Guy is pushing on the limits. Emily Winter, never heard of her, but you know who she reminds me of? Shannon Spees. Those who want to make a Phoenix Comics list to watch out, even though she moved to Nashville last year, from what I remember, maybe 2 years back now. Shannon Spees is definitely better than her father, Charlie. Some drops about Phoenix comedy to let people know that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. When I mention that Michael Longfellow doesn't belong there, I do. All right. Not in Phoenix. He can go back to Phoenix for all we care. Or San Diego. Just we belong in New York. All right. Let's see what we got here. Comments. No new comments. So we're good on that. Back to the list. God, I wish I had Casey here to read the list for me so I could eat. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Always time to eat later. Okay. I think I'll go to 50 and then stop at this rate and go on to the next subject. Just saying. January 28th, Long Kimnum, Earl Skakel, Billy Myers III doing cold open. Get your tickets. So it's just more promotion nonsense. Wow. Wow. Ian didn't even have the courtesy to cut off all this extra stuff and just like help the homie out. Whatever. I like what I see, Max. Good for you. Mike Sasson only at number 70. Are you fucking with us? Mike Russo, Ian, Ira Russo, however you say your whatever. Dude, Mike Sasson is way superior to a majority of the people so far, and I bet you above him on this list. Let me specify right now. Mike Sasson is one of the few people that is smart enough to follow our story on Instagram. Speaking of which, fps.comedy, but more so future underscore player underscore JDK. That's the one with 5+. Push in well. We're getting up there. Once we get to 10K, we're going to really start hitting the rack. So actually, you should probably check in on that one more likely, especially considering after February, it's going to be a whole new world for everyone. And I'm not talking about Aladdin, thank you. Even though Aladdin 2 is coming out, look, the theaters, Will Smith needs that money, money. You know what I'm saying? His wife is expensive. Not his life, his wife. Love you, Jada. Anyway, see what he's got to say about Sasson. All right. As I post this list, he's currently on stage hosting lab work at my home club, the world famous Holly Improv. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's what I say about Sasson. No, I should make my own list and do it. But long and short, Mike is from Pittsburgh, a very hard place to farm comedy. A guy who brings it with him every time I've seen him perform. He has one of the most distinguished voices and loudest without the same time not utilizing the hacky nature of just screaming at your audience. In fact, I would put him on the ranks of the next Bill Burr. Thank you very much. That's how you promote Mike Sasson. The next Bill Burr, no doubt. But what we like to see is right here. Another of Ian Araruso doing what he does, promote himself. That's what it's about, Ian. This is why we like you, buddy. This is why we appreciate you, buddy. No matter how much you want to glare and despair. Number 69, that's where I would put us, only because of the sexual innuendo alone. We are definitely prepared to handle that mark next year if you want, Ian. I'm pretty sure we're not on this list simply because he's a hater, but also because they're all haters. Most of the LA comedy scene, a shit ton of haters. Just FYI, it's very difficult in LA. That's why Jamie Foxx had to change Jamie Foxx's name so that Jamie Foxx became Jamie Foxx, because if you listen to Jamie's story, legitimately did so well that he had to, because the Mike comics were being such complete ass cracks. You know, sweat down dripping, fat man, trucker style. No idea who J Light is. Definitely looks like he's never done a 69. That's for fucking sure. All right. J Light will have a future in the business once he updates his fucking headshot. Oh, wow. That's sad. Okay. Here we go. Another comic we know that we could talk mad shit, but we're not gonna. Evan Warner doesn't deserve our time of day. No, in all reality, we don't mind Evan. We just hope that he understands that even when he thinks he's right, oftentimes he's wrong. He is strong enough, however, in intelligence to actually push it inside of us to where we actually said, okay. But then when we went back home, checked our stats, reread our information, verified that we were correct and he was incorrect, but we haven't come back around to have that discussion yet because he's not ready for it. The reality is, England definitely fucked over the Indian cultures. No doubts about that. Definitely created those borders with Pakistan. And also, England created the borders with Israel and Palestine, everything accordingly. Just look back no further, no sooner than redistributing lands and also redefining borders post World War II. And also, more specifically, more importantly, World War I as well. Either way, Evan Warner is a guy that loads the deck every time he performs at the roast battles on Tuesdays. He's made a point to specifically choose targets that he knows he can beat. Oftentimes enough, his only loss was to someone we like way more than him, which is Jaron. And Jaron is very funny, but you can only usually see him at one place and one place only, which we are currently not going to mention because if those are unfamiliar, go ahead and go back and rewatch. Long and short, it's the same venue where that guy threatened to break our back on stage for no reason other than being friends with a girl that he is currently involved with. For how much longer? Probably not much longer if he maintains at the rate he is. But, you know, the ones that matter have actually so many times justified and had us like, I love hearing two things. Number one, he's not funny. And I'm like, that's what I said. And number two, dude, forget that place. There's plenty other venues. It's like, that's how I feel. Rest in peace, that venue I'm not naming. All right, here we go. Another familiar face, I'm pretty sure. Chris Gorbos, leader of the MI's West Side Comedy Theater gang and features Surf Buddy, Party On Wave, something. Okay, no, don't. Whitney Rayner, one of West LA's pride and joy open mic Phonetic Salon. God, this is just like shit ton of thirsty promoting. Okay, 65. Back when Sarita, cool host, Night Mike, Chana Bonham, blah, blah, blah. Here's to you. Okay, all right. This is where we're gonna really go off the handle. First and foremost, let's just put this out here. Like we said we weren't gonna talk mad shit, so we won't necessarily. But if we do actually make a list to prove a point, it's gonna be so amazing and professional, and people are gonna really, actually, really, really love it because of how well written it is, first off, because we actually are a writer above all else, unfortunate for us. Um, but here's what's more important. We know this shit is biased and lame at this point because this guy right here coming up has been doing comedy at tops, let's say 5 years, I'm guessing, at best. And when we say doing comedy, we definitely don't mean actual comedy. We mean getting on a stage and berating its audience, typically saying the same 5 lines about being beat and how women are retarded, etc. Like, it's literally this next comic is probably on our list of people that we won't nobody will even know existed, let alone they will finally be out of this world for everybody that stayed in it. Because the reality is there's a lot of people like this guy right here with nothing on their resume but a failed show in Big Bear. And let me say why it failed. Because this motherfucker promised us to put on a show, never put us on the show, and it failed accordingly because if we had been put on that show, not only do we have playmates that really love fucking snowboarding and skiing, but we also have friends that would come from out of state that love snowboarding and skiing. And we have people in California that we love and know that are always looking for an excuse to go snowboarding and skiing. And if you don't know where Big Bear is, it's where you go snowboarding and skiing. And if this dumb, dumb, dumb poor piss ass promoter whose shows are always failing. We know how bad you try to hide it, but you're a terrible promoter. You're a horrible comic. And I'm sorry to say this is just the reality, folks. This guy coming up right now doesn't not only doesn't deserve to be on any list other than a watch list and not a watch for comedy, more like sus as fuck list. The only reason this guy gets any attention is because of Jordan. And if you don't know who Jordan is, let me put it fair and simple. Jordan is a girl who unfortunately is doing something right now contrary to where if she were intelligent, no, not to call her unintelligent because I think it's great that women make mistakes as they get older. But let's just say she's still very young and naive to think that this is even close to look, this guy is the same thing as the guy that threatened to break my spine. There are 2 people, this guy and the other guy, and both of them are the guys this guy right here, when he gets on stage and I'm in the house, I somehow get in trouble while I'm eating tater tots, chilling. I've been drinking, having a good time. But he's so angry from failing at the Comedy Store because he's a failure and he's terrible, but he gets way more opportunities than us. So what can we say? But the point is this. He just says, fuck you, I fucking hate you, all this other stuff. Everyone's laughing because he's upset, yelling, etc. But nobody ever actually has the true empathy or concern or understanding that he's berating and sending all that negativity straight deadline right into me, who is able to dismiss things like this as an understanding, but also has a hard time because it's visceral and it's fucking unnecessary. And it's definitely not funny for us and not funny to us. And if you were to do it to any other person, we guarantee you they would feel the same way, let alone an audience member. This guy right here should be on a watch list as sus as fuck. That's all I'm saying, folks. But let's get down to it. Let's name drop now, right? Whatever. See if he even wrote anything. Okay, Mike Silver. He brought a so once again, look at that. But he keeps calling them koozies. I'm gonna bring a beer koozie and see if he fucking lets me pass. It's gonna say Ian Russo Ian or something, but the point is he doesn't have anything good to say because there's nothing good to say. All right, next up, this guy, friendly looking guy, Josh Gibson. Never heard of him. He knows funny? Cool. All right. Flappers. Ugh, fuck flappers. All right. Next. Here we go. Corey Young. Making moves in town. Corey. Good shit. Okay. Don't know you don't care. All right. This looks familiar. Here we go. G Funk champion. More cross promotion. Mike Mazzolatti. I call him Mike Mazzolatti. I like to call him Mike with an ambiguously Italian last name. Very prominent Seattle comics. Love this guy. This is why Casey should be here. So Casey could talk about this guy because it's unfortunate I can't say more. So maybe we'll come back in time and get Casey's review on some of this list because right here, this guy right here, he is the most efficient comedy business person in LA by comparison to all other places that even want to call themselves venues, shows, etc. This guy right here single-handedly has 3 running functional podcast studios, not specifically only for comics, especially the Seattle one. as well as makes enough money off of the Seattle branch to self-fund midnight mics free of charge. Nobody knows, but everybody knows. You go to Third Wheel Podcast Studio, 11:30 at the latest. Get yourself on that list. You're gonna guarantee yourself at least 2 or 3 audience members if you're earlier enough in the show. Guarantee you every time. The comics there are mostly 100%. I want to say at least 90% all professional comics with bringing the heat, bringing the game. On top of that, they have weekly shows. On top of that, they have legitimate improv there. On top of that, they have, as already forementioned, Billy Myers the third is definitely one of their main rotation. Also, shout out to Comedy Chow and our home dude who we love to death and wish the best for him while he's with his family raising him up in Arizona. But Stephen Holloman is the G champ, funk champ. He's amazing. Stephen Holloman, shout out. Feel free to follow Stephen Holloman or find him if you can. But he had Comedy Chow, and this guy right here, Mike, was his electro tech. He handled the soundboards for him. And then you have Michael D'Angelo, which is another, I like to say, Michael with ambiguous Italian last name, ex-Marine, former hater, but now complete and awesome enthusiast and lover and understander of what our brand of comedy is, which is ludicrous, ridiculous, and unnecessary. That's right. Everything we do is just for you, and that's it. And you explode just for you. Nobody else, just you, just you. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's see what Ian says. Okay, we got some actual sentence here. Okay. I love what Mike and his buddies have done with Third Wheel. I already said that. Sorry, Ian. I see their operation blossoming into something that's going to have a very long-term presence in comedy. All right, well, let me just put it out there. I already can say this. First and foremost, Mike would be the best person to hire at the Comedy Store right now. They need somebody else to help Richie out, and he's the guy right there. Anyway, much like what it must have been like to be at the Comedy Store in the early 70s. There you go, Ian, just saying what I already said. And I feel like I'm watching it unfold. This is a cool thing to witness, and I admire the hustle of him and his peers that are making it happen. Also, I fucking love his dog. His dog, God, Ian, can you even hire an editor? Come on, buddy. Who could possibly rank higher than Mike Masalati? Click next to find out. All right, what number are we at? 61. We got, let's see. We're going to go to 50 and we're going to stop because I am already at aneurysm status. And this is not even me reviewing TikTok girls. Honestly, I'm going to do a quick smoke break real quick. But while I do that, I just want to throw it out there. Anybody in the comments, feel free to make a comment if you're still here wanting to comment. Otherwise, I'm going to take a bite of, no, just smoking. Oh, you never get tired of hearing your own voice, do you, kid? No, of course not. Why would you? You're the only one there. Like, it's not such a bad life, though, is it? No, not really. No, not too bad. Only found at KFC is your Lightning Mountain Dew. I like to mix it with a little Sierra. I got the Red Bulls in the fridge. Speaking of which, if you're wondering what we're up to, we got 3 hours till 10 p.m. and then another hour and a half until 11:30. So we might get there a little earlier than 11:30, but the chances are we probably just gonna be straight chilling. But we're gonna get our asses to where we need to be at Third Wheel tonight because we got to do some filming. We're working on a project and righteous. All right, work is good. Work is fine. Work is a great way to live life. As long as you're getting paid, or uh, in your case, maybe pay equates to helping your family survive and thrive, and that's almost some might say better than getting paid. It's putting a smile on your mother and father's faces and siblings and cousins. I don't know who feeds off family restaurant, Quickie Mart. Well, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I just remember you said that it's a family market or restaurant, something along those lines. I think. This segment's been brought to you by things I do. This right here is okay because I didn't purchase it myself. My rules are as stands. As long as I don't buy it, that's it. For now, uh, you know how it goes though. I almost wonder. if anyone did something like this in New York. I know you're at work, so reply when you can, and then I'll get back around to seeing it. But I almost wonder if a list like this would be cool to have like a New York top 50 type thing. I'm not there, so I would have to collaborate, but I would think that we, between the two of us, also know a few comics that actually do perform stand up in the scene. I actually know a few others also, so I could probably find the comics to help me have a list. And obviously, the incentive is to put them, they will be on the list because I would be the one publishing it, so it wouldn't be looking too biased. So let me know what you think. If you think that's not the worst idea to start promoting myself in New York a bit more through, uh, that kind of a atmosphere. All right. Next comic. Looks like a lot of comics I already know, and also looks a lot like Frank Wacker. Those who don't know Frank Wacker, let me tell you, literally to this day, even though he's moved out of state, the best laugh in all of Phoenix. I remember so many years when I was starting out comedy, awful, awful, awful. I was probably, if not the worst comic I knew at that time period, and I loved every second. And one of the reasons was Frank Wacker's laugh because even if it was bad, that motherfucker loved to laugh more than he loved to hear comedy that had him laughing, no doubt. And I love him to this day, even though we fought a little during COVID because he's also a respiratory nurse and he knows how serious that shit got. That's why you're never gonna hear me saying COVID wasn't real because COVID is real and so is real. Or Israel, so is Israel is real. Yeah, Israel is real. It's just like COVID's real. It's like everything is real. Just so you know, everything is real. In case you didn't know, though, Frank Wacker. Now you at least know. If you ever see some of my earlier Phoenix material and hear somebody's laugh, that was the man that was laughing because it didn't matter how quality. It just mattered that he was there to have a beer, relax, and unwind. And sometimes he would get up, and I actually enjoyed his comedy because it was mostly just a guy saying fucking gruff shit out his mouth, but, like, funny gruff shit. I always wanted to hear more of him developing into, like, a nurse comic that would be, like, talking dirty, you know? But I never got that far. He never got that far because at the end of the day, middle of the afternoon, and beginning of the morning, those who know that the truth is some people, always and forever, are meant to be really, truly, honestly amazing audience members. Now that Noel is, I'm sorry for the audio audience. I know you're gonna be listening when you get the chance, but the problem is I'm attempting to do some stuff without some stuff, so it's like multitasking without multitasking. It's like tell me you're stupefied without telling me you're stupefied, but at the same time, let me just verify how stupid are you, right? You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't know. You're pretty straight laced, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. Speaking of straight laces, this guy definitely looks like he knows how to tie his shoes. Do do do. Okay. Well, first and foremost, all right. Look, if you're gonna look like that, you're gonna wear Star Wars. You're okay by me. At this point, he definitely looks like any other YouTuber that, until I hear them talk, I usually tolerate. Mao. Okay. By name alone, if he's not, and he is or he should be Polynesian or Islander of some kind, because a name like Mao screams out, how do you not think like? I mean, come on, Mao. Very few languages have just a short 3 unless it's represent, like, for something else shortened, but, like, if it's Mao and that's a dude, that means, to me at least, that's we're talking about, I mean, Hawaii local, Hawaii for sure, Hawaiian, no doubt, but, like, Polynesian Islands, I wanted to say, like, Samoan over Tongan, but it's hard for me to really elaborate, and the reality is that I've never been to either Samoa or Tonga yet, but I do know 1 or 2 that have invited me, and one of which is most certainly someone that Zelly, I love you, I miss you, we so much, but, you're always in my heart and always on my mind. And for those who don't know, Zelda is what's important to know is to understand that Dwayne the Rock Johnson is not the only cousin and shaman bloodline. He is also well, look, people don't realize like he doesn't get the ink to be cool and he doesn't change the ink to look foolish. It's because things change and life happens. But more importantly, believe it or not, but you should believe it because there's some real awesome shit about the culture. Is those tattoos? Each and every one represents very specific things, and I say unfortunate, but at this point, Zally more than understands and is okay by everything. Responsibility is sucky when it's thrust upon thee, but once you get around to really just accepting that is what it is, life in general, you could escape, but could you ever really if it's as true as they believe, which is very deep and very spiritual. So all that is a long way to say she had tattoos that she didn't really want to get, especially at the time. And also, if you're not knowing, so the term Indian ink is not racist at all, but in a way, it's kind of culturally offensive when you got to understand like the tribes in India before it was called India, especially whatever it was called, the Mongoloid era. You know what I mean? Like Mongols rolling up and down, left and right. Genghis Khan took over a shit ton of that area. I'm pretty sure. Maybe all of it at one point. I am so ignorant about a lot of stuff. Just history books are a lot of words, and I never wanted to major in it. But what was I getting at? Oh yeah, same style though. It's like a super hot stick and ink made from plants and some other stuff, etc. Like by any means, they have updated somewhat to where they do some stuff that's totally modern, like cleaning purpose type stuff. But I'm okay with like that is what I'm like. Okay, like it sucks, but it's also like at least it's not all traditional because infections and whatever else, etc. Like so, yeah. Basically, um, she's really cool. Like, but she apparently her family has like a few garage sized amounts of mats and okay, like once again, I'm not just like I know it's so cool that I know this stuff, but like it's also cool that you would listen, like, as an audience. But yeah, so like currency is mats. Like the mats are the currency in like Samoa and stuff like that. And they're not like it's not like a fucking Walmart bath mat or Target bath mat or whoever wants the sponsorship for representing lame bath mats that aren't handmade and hand woven that take time and to some extent some of the mats that are more and more valuable. I mean, they're really like it's just pretty fascinating stuff and a great example of how currency can really be for people. Its value is only as important as its value. I mean, ain't that something, huh? But yeah. So anyway, uh, Mao is definitely seems like it would be. I also say that because Hawaiian language, especially, only has I forget, but I want to say like 15 or less, maybe letters total. It's pretty dope, really. All right. Anyways, fourth wall. Yeah, they're all right by me. Fourth wall is no big deal. All right. His face looks familiar. Yannicus, do not recognize. I watched the guy murder employee discount show. Okay. Ugh. All right then. That'll come to play very soon. All right. Oh, I do think another kazoo bringer. Righteous. All right then. Holy fuck me. I don't know who this guy is, but A, last name Carvey, I already just seen that. Look though, already sold me in a way though of the bias what I am. But if this says that this person is related to Vidina, as in son or something like that, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is just interesting because never seen the guy, but like at the same time, could be a girl. Modern times, not trying to be rude, just saying. But you know the person. Alls I know is last name Carvey. We're about to find out if that's the case. Our bet you a penny, put it to the dollar, right? I just mean I don't think it is the case, but if it is, it is. Great eyes though. Nice to see Gingers. Like that's more like me though, a little similar to me, a little better than me. More on the red than the brown. I'm more on the brown than the red. So I'm very like I still say I'm closer to brown than Auburn, but this is much more pushing the edge of red to Auburn, and I really this is truly the natural hair color I wish that I could fully have, other than what I have, which is the blonde tints out and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, let's find out. Also, very okay. Not I'm like I'm not saying they all look the same. I'm just saying very Seth Green in the let's say Buffy era. So let's go with early mid '90s Seth Green right here. Talking about Special K right here, right here. Dex Carrier. Oh look, is Carvey what I meant? Anyway, everyone knew what I meant. All right. One time at the Comedy Store, Mark Maron. There you go. Photo with a fan. Okay. And Dex walk up to Ian was like, "You've had such an impact on the scene." And Mark Maron turned his head thinking he was talking to him. It was a funny moment. I hope we have a good laugh about it on WTF one day. Okay. So it doesn't say if this guy's related to Dana Carvey. I don't, so I'm gonna stick with no. Be interested to see this guy though in real life because I'm pretty sure we'll get along. Otherwise, not much else to say till I see the person's comedy. Thin lips compared to mine, thick lips, which is a nice contrast. If we ever wanted to do something where we were related or cousins or just a crew that rolls tight like in general. Well, there you go. Much love. All right. Those unfamiliar, I'm not gonna really talk about it because it's really his story to tell. But since we've been in LA, we've come closer and fond of, dare we say it, one of the many true comedy mentors now in the collection of people that truly not simply have inspired us, but actually taught us truly a thing or two. In Alex's case, taught us the importance when you're establishing a more personal relationship with a new contact. And I'm not saying he's a contact. I'm just simply saying if you understand on a level of he has definitely gone full-time comic now, especially, which is the first thing we want to say is supporting Alex Hooper is supporting true comedy because he went full-time, quit the 9 to 5, 9 to 8, 8 to 12, etc. If you understand what I'm saying here, Alex Hooper quit all of that and went full-time comedy, which is not easy to do. Took a very strong partner that's now current wife and two supportive puggos that are still loving doggos for him. What's going on unfortunately lately is the cancer, and that's rough. So he's powering through, like much like story of Patch Adams, 100 on that. When he come through, should he come through, and if anything remission occurs, then I would suggest highly that he could easily pull off some type of homage to Patch Adams in Revelry. But either way, that was very efficient the way I just said that all that wording. And that would be on paper. So should I decide to make this list to prove a point to not just Ian with respect, but and showing him what he could do better next year, but more so as a point to simply imply like fuck that guy. He's dead to me. Like there's no point not to say. There's no point. I'm not gonna even mention his name anymore at this point. Not talking about Alex, I'm talking about Lions. So anyway, the point about Alex is if you go to Hooper Hair Pup on Instagram, follow him. You can get his storylines and also you can find more. But also there's podcasts that you could use to support him. Just go listen to his podcast. It's called The Achilles Heel, I believe. Please don't quote me on it, but I'm fairly certain it is the Achilles heel is the name. I know that's definitely in the name of Hooper. What episodes he had released, all of them. I swear by this. Best. I'm gonna put it on a ranking level, like best at a bare minimum, and this is just like a where it's at, but like best 6 star out of 10 star type, like 6 out of 10, like easy to listen to, informative, comedic, honest, um, comfortable for sure. But what I'm factoring on it is if I stay awake or if I'll fall asleep too, like in a way. So it's like a compliment, but not a compliment when I can fall asleep. But it's also like if I can fall asleep, so that's how it registers. So it's like no matter what, it's kind of a default that like I don't think anyone would ever get a 10-star review because I'm just making this up on the spot. This is all improv, by the way. Point is, Achilles heel, I'm pretty sure is the name of it, but you can find him at Hairpuff Hooper and at Hairpuff Hooper on Instagram and everything like that. And I really truly love Alex. Like I mean that. Uh and I mean that with like how it's supposed to be. What I love about him is the fact that every time I've seen him, um, the way he reacts because it's not his fault that my hair changes, my face changes, I change, my presence is different. He's in a different atmosphere each time that he wouldn't remember me in person. But more so now, it's like, yeah, he will, and he does because of the fact that he taught me things about how much you message not and like and how you say things and just stuff like that. But with the compassion, what was required and the humble and humanizing nature of it. But also then, I not me, Hooligan, hosted shows, which I have recorded, so I gotta get that through. But I just wanna say, like, if I make anything, I don't wanna make it to, like I'm not a clout chasing and I'm not, like, that kind of a person. But to have him even willing, which we were honored, to headline a very small show at Fourth Wall, matter of fact. And when we say small, we only managed to get, I think it was one audience member for his show, unfortunately. But nonetheless, none the wiser, none the worse. In general, he got to do plenty of time beyond time, all because, like, why the fuck's not? And a good time doing it. Uh, and I gave him, I think it was like $50 or more or less. And then Steven Briggs, who is working to be much more and go all in, I think. I'm not sure his situation either, but Steven Briggs was the one that introduced him basically. And yeah, so I gave Briggs some other shit. We hung out later that night, so it all worked out. But yeah, it was a good time running. I'm enjoying Hooper on this list though, definitely if that's good. I'm gonna read what he wrote, but yeah, maybe I can clip this out even and turn it into like a thing. I got a long ways to go. Not on this list though. Fuck that, Ian. I think he just wanted 100 just to have 100, probably. Probably. All right then. 56. Alex Hooper will beat cancer, but sadly not the 55 comics ahead of him for the. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. All right, look. The humor attempt is there. Delivery is super sour, but ultimately not even sour. This is just tasteless. That's the word I'm gonna say. Oh, face looks familiar. Oh, okay, okay. Seen her maybe I think 3 times now, give or take. Heard her perform, I think 1.5 times, definitely. One time we missed it. Second time, walked out halfway through. Third time, heard all the way through just 'cause. She bought a kazoo. See, there you go. Oh, now he's purchasable, folks. Okay. Well, props for definitely looking like he's straight out of an ad for Levi shirts or Hanes. Probably Hanes. I'd say Hanes. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Hanes, right here. Nothing says dad bod like a dad bod. All right. Sam Orson. Never heard of the guy. Orson's a great first name. Or now a little something. Ugh. All right, Ian. Okay. Abella Bala. That sounds. If this is that girl, I think it is. I don't know if it is, but she is obnoxious, is what she is. I see it all the time, getting those minutes before it's fall. Like, wow, always impressed. He's just trying to get late. Okay, Orchid, definitely. I recognize her. Coke is awesome. I hope Coke's on here. Coke should be on here. I would put Coke on a list in the list if I made it in a category specific. Um, Yeah, because Coke and Peter Getty run Renegades of Fun, and, that's the first time I saw Ian, actually, I wanna say, on this recent trip to LA, moving here and everything. That's the first time I seen Ian perform, actually, was at the Renegades. It was the night when they had the bowl and all that, and, like, homie will vouch for it. I was just on it for over, fucking so long. Pete really started fucking the machine to get me off it, and I coulda held a little bit longer even, but the next few days, the bruising and everything recovering made me grateful that I had not, you know? But at the same time, fuck, dude, I nailed it. It's good to know that I can still do what I can do, which isn't much, but what it is good. It's good to do, you know? Squeeze tight, grip hard, you know? Yeah. So anyway, Orchid I recognize definitely. I seen her at I think fucking Third Wheel Podcast studio more recently. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But more oftenly I've seen her performing at the Renegades of Fun and hanging out with Coke and stuff like that. And I want to say like I have no critiques of her comedy because I gotta really feel her out to be fully fair. But I will say this, she's definitely an example of rage in a cage for sure, and has all the beats for a very reformed, like a sandpaper type atmosphere where it's like, the hardwood and how do you make it soft so that then you can put the finish on it. That's where she's at like that. So I really see potential within her as far as, I think, she'll find a way to do the same thing she does now, talking about shitty relationship, and move it over to a new demographic where she'll talk about same aggression levels, more or less, but same also deliveries improved, and then all of it. But it'll be much more like if I had a late night talk show and I wanted to have a take on certain things or everything's like a David Spade minute type style, but maybe I'm not sure how soft she'll ever get. That's why I say it's much more like sharp and sandpaper type of atmosphere. If I were to give my take before, let's see what Ian's got to say. Go Orchid, it's your birthday. All right. So she got some just because it's her birthday. Hey, the other Mike. So there's Mike, right? It goes then there's Michael, right? Same guys, not same guys. But what I say earlier, this is the other guy I mentioned. Micah's another ambiguously hard to pronounce Italian-esque last name. I like to say that it's just a fun thing I do. Don't do as I do, and if you do as I do, and you get a lot of heavy laughs out of it, give me the credit because I don't know. I need more of it. You know what I mean? But you might not. What's the point? Oh yeah. Apparently he bought so apparently there's a buy-in for Ian's list also. That's fucking great. I think okay, so prior to us knowing, but this is the Futures Cast, so theoretically we're already working for SNL and you're watching this because you just heard we existed. And that's cool. And welcome to the club. We're glad you're reading it now. Please watch SNL season 49, episode 1 coming. You know, that kind of thing. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Time is inevitable, right? It's just choices. So, anyways, didn't mean to give some armpit love, right? Like I'm not trying. That's how you know. That's how you know I'm not a creep. So Michael, I already talked about him earlier. Like I said before, it's like a fun loophole. Kind of a callback of sort. I only was going to 50, so we're almost done with this. Thank gravy. I said thank gravy. Hey, that was good. First time catch for everything. I kind of like that. I don't worship gravy, but I appreciate gravy. And when it's the right got them on the right flavor, not too much salt, but just enough beef, and then preferably not stock, like straight up leftover from the beef, with a little bit of the onion and the mixed in with the butter. And now I'm making myself hungry, and I got the sandwich ready to eat. So, in conclusion, uh, I'm just gonna stop at Michael and not even go on to this girl. That way, if we do pardon honest, then we can give Casey like a flat what do you call it? Like a beat for beat cliff notes for the top or bottom 50, if you will. And then we'll pop down what we can do the next 50. And that'll give us time, maybe, like, provided this will probably happen in, let's say, next Wednesday, probably, I'm guessing. Like, if I'm really being honest here, I want to give, let's make a pin in the notebook, what's right here, and then on the calendar thing, what's right here, and just like nail it in the coffin. If no, not no, think of better. I'll do better. But if you get where I'm getting at here, let's close shop on this one. Boom. There we go. Back to Adam. Uh okay, let me say, what was I getting at? Right. We'll give them the cliff notes, and at the same time, next Wednesday makes sense. Now, if I do it sooner, that's what it is, but more than likely, this will give me time to make this the official first one that I'm gonna attempt to, like, actually freed up all the space on the laptop, what I have that works, and I gotta fix the other one at some point, but this is most important priority. What I'm saying is, has all the ability now to function for the most part if it can manage. Bless its heart, sweet, sweet that is. Then what I would be able to do is clip and edit little bits that I can figure out. Maybe if I can also get my hands on my cameras data, what I already might also have on the portable hard drives, from Alex's thing too, to do like a little, just a thingy for him also, that I could just like send him through the email, really let him have it. And then if he wants to use it for his own purposes, he can do that. And then when he does that, it's up to him. But if he would like to put my information and attach me to the gift that I give him, I'm okay with receiving followers or potentially maybe job offers for freelance work, um, etc. Accordingly, that's how I run on my principle systems of equivalency. I don't know that I could encourage everyone to feel and run that way. It does seem like it might be, to some extent, in a way, a longer met thing, because you're not guaranteeing yourself that they're ever gonna repost, like it, or anything accordingly. And if you're all about the end result being their followers and like gaining numbers for ideally a longer process of getting more recognized by higher and higher tier adverts. And when I say adverts or sponsor or just anything along the lines of, like, if you can get anything better than, say, what I get, right? Like, I'm not saying they're fake. So far, one of them seems legit. I just never really put the full punch in. The end all of it, if it's a scammer one, is that even with or without the quality of it, if it's free or whatever, then the shipping, you'll notice, is like the jacked up shit, and then that's the scam. But if it's actually legit, or more so, if it's like 100% free, including the shipping to you on the building that what you put stuff, and that's the one that I was looking at. But either way, my main point is that, like, I'm still learning to be more comfortable when I am with celebrity or around celebrity, and to take a photo with them, and to recognize that I'm not doing it to show people them as much as I want to have people see a physical or a visual representation of my narrative, if that makes sense. So I'm figuring out the line of that, and in doing so, then I can better do, like, the photo parts that will be posted on the Instagram profile. The photos will be like those you cycle through type of photo collections, so it would be able to be like not as flashy, but it's like ta I took a class with Henry Winkler, and then, I was met when I met Squirm at her show, at those photos, and then also, I wanna say Mila Khalifa or something like that. I'm really messing her name up, but she does have a single that just dropped, recently. DJ Quick, she, worked alongside him at the Rakim show. I hope there's another Rakim show. That's a fun one with a fun story about the fact that it was at the BET award weekend. I had no idea. So anyway, yeah, so that's about like the general thing I think is like what I'm up to is that I'll clip it out, try and see if I can do that. So the thing for Alex, and then otherwise also clip it, just see if I can even do that to practice. Um, and then otherwise I'll go all the way back and find the first one of these, and then I will pull that and then see if I can rub off the audio from it. And if I can, then that will become the official first release for the podcast audio version. And then more so, I promised Casey I would never edit anything and whatever, but I might like I think he's okay with me clipping out. So then I'll start kinda looking around. It would be ideal to have a bunch of fans that actually really wanna help, but at this point, if you're watching, if you're not watching live, you're recognizing that you are still watching live, but by this point, maybe I'm still open, so feel free to offer, but if I don't need it, it's probably because it's already been achieved at that point. You know, things work quickly. See, that'd be a cool transfer, like, if I had to edit, you know? You can almost practice in that way. What we got? New York City, 3 times the size of LA. Yeah, a pissing match, you know? I was talking about the comedians though, like, a list of comics, like, just because there's more and Jersey, I would look, if I could cover the map, it would be I would do, like, top 50 comics of New York, New Jersey, and Philadelphia, right? You would think Boston, but I would, like, Bleh. What about Boston? I'd be like, "No, you don't understand. Boston's gonna get its own type of stay." But at that branch of life, that's like when I'm pushing the territory of, like, being able to take full advantage of things in a sense, and that's also provided I'm working way too much for SNL, doing everything and anything and nonstop for them. I'm gonna get NBC and SNL global recognition because I'm gonna make a point to be doing my social medias and everything that I will be doing will be focusing on international reach, and I will make sure that Saturday Night Live gets the most global they've ever been in all their entire span. I really mean that. That is my if I have a goal while I'm there that I wish to achieve, that is it. And I bet you dimes to dozens just in general. Don't take that bet. There ain't a single player there or writer that's ever probably said that and felt that way and meant it. If they do now, they're lying because they took it from me. I'm just playing. I'm kidding. They're my friends by now. Some of them might actually really be close allies. You know, you just never know until you see them. But the point wasn't the size comparisons. The point was I know a handful of comics that are out there, give or take, including the ones you know, both of them and stuff and so on. But my main point was if I did a top 50, if you thought like, oh, that might be something that would be interesting that people would care about, because you go out to theater in New York and you go to the you go to improv stuff probably. So when you go out now, you have a better range of like what audience and also just people like you, and just in general, people like them also would like if I was just saying like if you thought like how you thought, just curious, because like I don't know. I could ask these other comic people and see what's up, and I probably will no matter what. But as a person that knows what I'm saying now in the moment, that's why I was saying that. I'm talking to Edwin, by the way. Just in case people think I'm nuts, I'm not making shit up. But at the same time, I could be. You know what I mean? he could be fake and imaginary. I'm not gonna give out his details because he's not. He's cool and stuff, but he's not like attempting to amass a fellowship of strangers like I am. So, anyways, I was gonna actually go longer about some other stuff, but I really want to take a break and eat and do some other stuff. So I probably just not gonna. Like my other stuff I was gonna talk about live was gonna be like specific to YouTubers and stuff like that, and comics and junk like that. That was gonna like break it down so I could get the attention of some of these people that like I don't want to do like no heated debates with Eric July necessarily or whatever, unless he and I both agree to have like an actual like without lives, like an actual just discussion, like an actual formal like what you're supposed to do for any type of atmosphere. But low key truth is that way I could also foremention to him that I'm firstly and foremost a professional, and secondly and most accordingly almost parallel to a performance artist, a performer, a character artist, and a personality that prefers to be having fun and extreme and enjoying myself. And then with that understanding, then gladly would take the lines of whatever discussion was going to happen, but hoping that he would also validate and understand that from behind the scene, and then whatever happened afterward wouldn't give a fuck about. The other guys, on the other hand, I don't think they have the capability to really grasp a lot of that, so I just play it chill with them, be real friendly, and hope that they pick up on me. And in the perfect world, I would be able to or I would be able to become maybe what's it called when there's that middle peg that makes it so the bridge fits together, and then the bridge is built between two, I want to say, ironically similar oppositions in the same category of entertainment field that is YouTube. So then that would be another. So like my ultimate thing right now, like really my main thing right now is to take care of my teeth. And when I say that, I mean like now that I can, I will get a new pair of glasses, order um, and see a doctor about my arm, and then see a doctor about some pills, maybe, ideally, medicine, if you will, but just in general, right? Getting on the straight and narrow with the Vyvanse or Adderall, whichever. Or something else, maybe, but no, I'm good on everything else for the most part, I feel. Um, and this would be like an attempt to do like start me on the strong one with the understanding that I wish to get off them, and that way I'm gonna be working at full capacity into where I want to be, which is ideally not needing them anymore because I have officially organized everything to the point where nothing can fuck with it no more. And that would be like no matter what. That's the ultimate plan, right? Be like so down to the level that I could even enjoy myself now and again, not with medicine, but with other things like coffee even. Anyways, what got me on top? Oh yeah, so that's like all I was saying about like it's just the New York comedies, so I can check with them too. And then someone probably make one since there are so many. Yeah. So that's like what I was wondering about. Not a fan of stand up, so not the one to ask, buddy. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool, Dan. I get it. Sound like you're an anime MC since you change form a lot. Yeah, man, that's cool. I don't know, like, there's an anime convention this weekend with stand-up contest, and I don't know much information, but I think it's tomorrow, maybe even as soon as. I really don't know. It might be tonight. I don't really know. I needed to find info, but I never could find it. And the guy was so drunk that he couldn't really give me all the information. Um, but anyway, if that were the case, I gotta look up like the only MC I know is in Dragon Ball, and that's just the guy that announces the tournaments. Fighter announcer guy, MC, fighter announcer, whatever. So I don't know what you're saying when you say anime MC. And then you said you're not a fan of improv. Well, when I say a fan of improv, I meant fan of improv. Like I'm a fan of improv. You know what I mean? Like so, for example, uh when I go and I watch a live theater performance, and I know for a fact because I've already seen the same performance the night before, and I'm just going to a few nights to support it while it's in town or whatever. And let's say the second night, there's a scene where the gun is supposed to fire off, but for whatever odd reason, the mechanics weren't working. The actor tried a few times and it wasn't working. And so on the fly, they used the power of improv and that theater thespian, that true professional of the art, was capable of then making a quick methodology where they, let's say, this is me improving off the spot right now, just implying. So the scene, let's say, the gun was supposed to actually fire off and it wasn't firing off, didn't fire off. And so then I, instead of keeping on with the play must go on, so I then did a quick spin and turned it to the handle and says, "Oh, I can't. If I had a quarter for every time that happens, but it'll work the same." And then either tossed it, but also maybe just made that mannerism like, or but more likely tossed it. I would think. You know what I mean? But first, and then the other actor, or whatever. I don't know. I'm not in the scene. I don't know the moment. Maybe I would be like, oh, spin it around, be like, "I had a thing for that," or whatever, blah blah blah. Or maybe if it's something else, I'm supposed to kill myself, and it was a big dramatic scene, and the lights go out, and it wasn't clicking. Then maybe I would flip it and be like, "Here, you just end it," and then the other actor would be improving with me, and then take it, and then clock me over the head, and then the lights could go dark, and then maybe that would be like, "Oh, what a broad take, blah blah blah, assisted suicide of a suicide film, third, blah, fucking blah." That's what I meant. MC. Oh, main character of an anime. Oh yeah. Okay. 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 Not a masters of ceremonies or whatnot. Yeah. Fuck, sure, right? That makes sense. I get what you're saying now. Wait, right, that makes sense. I feel like Casey came, but I really do not feel like giving him the cliff notes because I want to eat. Let me see if it's I don't know who it is. Might be someone else. This is Casey.
It's me.
Hey Casey, how you doing, buddy? Your
Pretty good. You
orphans,
happy to introduce yourself?
they thought that you I just gotta warn you, your orphans, they thought you abandoned them. They took to arms, so just duck real.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, shit. They got. Oh, they killing me? The parents? They killing the
they're
parents?
shooting the orphans. He's back. Uncle Casey's back.
Yay! They take me back.
Now put those guns
Yay.
away, children. Oh shit. Okay, never mind. You can keep them. You have fun. Just they'll run out of bullets eventually. They'll run out of bullets eventually. Don't worry.
That's
Good thing
crazy.
you're
Who
all.
else is on? You got another guy guest?
Good thing we're not in Texas, huh? What? No, no. I
Oh,
mean, we have
I thought you were
audience
about to.
member. He's
Okay.
audience member, but he's at work right now, so he's mostly listening.
Oh, tight. Who is it?
My buddy Edwin.
Hey, Edwin, what's up?
He's not a fan of improv, not a fan of comedy, but he does improv classes and stuff like that though.
He doesn't like comedy at all?
He's gonna be the teacher at my improv company when I get to SNL.
Oh,
Like with my fame, people will actually care about it. So then the theater will succeed because I'll be promoting it while on the side working for SNL. Then he'll run the theater for me. He'll take my manual and then he'll just teach all the students. And then
okay.
I'll take a, whatever, my little cut once a month or whatever.
Nice. Maybe you could be on Weekend Update.
Yeah. We can promote it on Weekend Update. Exactly. Lauren will be satisfied because our students will be like a straight running like link, just right in, like a factory of fucking like Willy
You could do the
Wonka
news.
proportions, just a straight up fucking
You could do the
factory.
fake news, man.
What? Fake news?
Yeah, you could do the
I was
fake news.
about to end and take a piss and eat this sandwich I've been waiting on eating. Because I was
Oh,
you
all right.
missed it. You missed it. I went through the top 50 on the 100 list after you left.
Oh, nice, man.
And then
Yeah,
I was just talking about how I was about to end this cast and then I was gonna clip it. And then I was like, and then next time with Casey we'll go through the bottom 50. comics.
Bottom. Yeah, I like the bottom 50.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The top 50. So
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
because it's
All right.
I
Oh, is there anyone I
basically
know
I
on there?
stopped it at. Well, no. I wanna give you the cliff notes now if you're available since you're just going to the mic. It seems like
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. So I was like in between time. If
Okay,
you
well,
want,
we'll hook up
I don't
later.
have any of your comedy, but no. Stay on, stay on. You can fill the time. I just didn't know if you wanted me to put something on, like something you can talk about, like I can do a screen share, and then you can do like commentary on something if you want. Like so, then the audience will see
Okay.
like a picture of whatever you want to talk about. Like I could just do a silly
Um,
picture or whatever, and you can comment. It's up to you. Like you said earlier, like I've never listened to Tate, so I could technically play like a video like of him talking on like Pierce Morgan. I like that one's pretty funny. You know, like and you could commentary
oh,
about it
okay.
while it played. You know what I mean? If you want, I'm just
Okay.
going to the bathroom real quick, so it'd only be like probably like I don't know, no more than a minute,
Okay,
hopefully.
just leave the thing here. Don't bring this into the bathroom.
Don't what?
You need a little privacy. Don't bring this into the bathroom.
No,
You
yeah,
need
that's I don't
privacy
want to.
for that.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to get that many fans that fast.
Blast the shitter though. Paint the shitter bowl though. You know,
Yeah, right.
just let that shit fly. No, that's
That's
gross. I
funny.
apologize. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you should apologize. That's right.
So sorry.
Sorry,
I ate
funny,
my chili
silly.
and I made some French bread with butter on it. It was good.
All right, let's see if this works.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out. We'll find out if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We'll find out though. Just waiting for the kind of commercials, because commercials, they YouTube inversion. They're not gonna be paying me
Who's
for
this?
no
Who
commercials.
made this list? Who made this
Ian
list?
Ira Russo, local LA.
What is it all about? It's
It's
100
it's a
worst
it's
favorite
his
comics.
it's his 100 list of comics to look out for in 2023. So he spends the
That he doesn't
year
like.
observing comics. No, it's the alternate to what Kenny does. It's supposed
Oh, it's positive.
but a lot of them is dope because they shit like online. It's like all right, okay. Casey dropped the fuck out. We'll see if he comes back. Probably hit a no go zone or something. So let's go. We'll figure it out while I do it. Screen share. Screen share. There we go. Attaboy. I figured that part out now. Now all we need is Casey. And then we can screen share it. Hopefully it's not giving away any of my information. I doubt it is though. Let's see. Big mode. Oh yeah, not even at all. Cool. Cool. Wait for Casey to come back. In the meantime, let's see if there's anything else I could say. Let's see. Something funny I thought personally, at least I thought was kind of funny is my sister's been sending me like teen novels as a presents lately, and I'm like, I don't know if she's just doing it to pump up her scholastic points for her children, or if it's actually like she legitimately is sending me easy reading young novel because like in her mind maybe I'm still her like little brother, or I have no idea. But I could totally take it any way I want to. The way I choose to take it is no big deal. I'm just trying to find out if Casey's coming back or not. I'm guessing he will. It's really hard to know. What what the fuck is he talk? Ugh, he's so frustrating. All right, one sec. This is annoying because of two reasons. Number one, auditorially, there's so much space just now, and like this is so fucked. But number two, it's like Casey's fucking complaining apparently that I'm talking too much or something. But it's like I j- I don't want to talk. I literally was ending this shit, and he popped up. I brought him into it. I'm explaining I'm like, I don't even know. He was in the process of talking, and I couldn't see the screen because I was loading up the screen share for him to be able to watch and commentate on Tate or whatever, playing chess with Pierce Morgan because that one's pretty fun to watch. Well, I went and took care of my business. Instead, he's like dropped out, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck. It's frustrating. He is frustrating, and I don't really think this is the year for people like that in my life because it's like I have to focus on what's keeping me straight and what he's doing to me, being upset and all this shit. It's like I can't have negative. I can't have anything bring me anything that makes me feel the way I feel right now. I'm not okay with anymore because it's like since I've known the guy, he's always trying to cease to do something. Like he had a podcast with McBride and whatever, and then it stopped. And he asked me to do something like this, so I made it so that he could do something like this. And then it's been fun and it's been fine. And then he got sick, which sucked. And then he's healthy again. And now he's on his way to a mic. And he taps back in because I'm still alive or whatever. But now it's almost 2 hours, which means I've been talking for over an hour talking, and he's coming after me saying I like someone who doesn't like to talk as much. Like, no, I need someone to talk so I can take a piss. I would like to have someone who actually talks so I can eat this fucking KFC sandwich and these French fries and calm just the amount of frustration right now is beyond me because it's like why isn't there a single person in my world or my life or my reality that's fucking capable of being just fucking at the very least like what the fuck? Because as far as I'm concerned, a half his problem is that he's always doing it from his phone. B, the other half of his problem or whatever is that he's always coming in and out or in his car. He's not stationary, so his Wi-Fi comes in and out. His audio is perpetually cutting in and out. His his audio is difficult to sync up because it's not. It's like there's so many reasons what are like why it's. But at the same time, A, I don't care because it's janky anyway. B, I'm just happy to have something that he can be happy about to share his comedy with the world more. And he enjoys the conversations and stuff, and everything is good. So, my best guess is two things. Number one, he's in a piss mood because of his fucking lady, which it usually is for every guy that I know that does this shit. And then number two, self destruction at its peak. So for me, it's like I'm just gonna end this now and then do exactly as I was gonna do, literally probably 15 to 20 minutes ago now. And I hope everyone has a good time. The spiel, subscribe, bell button, thumbs up, etc. I don't really care at this point because none of this shit. This is all gonna be fucking edited out as far as I'm concerned. 'Cause I know what I'm doing. I already said what I'm doing. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do once again. I did okay, one final thing I will say this could be how we edit it out and then put this part in. So we'll do like a thing where it's like, thank you for understanding, folks. Things happen, but now I can finish the show with a strong note. I just wish to let people know that you can find us on fps.comedy Instagram or better future_player_JDK at Instagram. You can also go to our website, which is www.roadtosnl.com or www.futureplayersociety.com. Other than that, there's not much else to say. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Nobody sees the thumbs down, so you better just do the thumbs up and then make a comment why you wanted to make a thumbs down type of a thing. All comments are appreciated, respected. Following us is good, so that way you know when we go live. Having more people to follow along is great. Not much else to say on that note other than we realized recently that this is officially when we had initially planned to be in LA. We had planned to move out here what would have been last August, and we are sad that we hadn't realized that sooner. Maybe we would have had a stronger take on where we're at now. That being said, we forgive ourselves hours ago when we realized that, but we're grateful to share it now because it's so awesome. We are in LA, as we said we would be in LA all along, and we are on the 15th year of a 15-year plan. Do or die, we'll survive. Road to SNL. The reason we came back from the dead, very specific here, folks. We're not done yet.